It's Tuesday, and that means it's me and you's day. Tuesday, me and you's day. All right. Who's in the house? Thank you for the time change and joining me. I really appreciate it. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Feels weird to go on this late in the day, but I restarted my water aerobics class. Yes, it's true. I'm doing it. I'm doing it again this year. It was a big success for me last year, and I met some really nice ladies out on Pine Island. And Matt Latcha? No, it's Matt Lachey, but I call it Matt Latcha. Anyway, card of the day, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky. Please find me on Blue Sky. Way, positive change. Name is different. The moon. Sometimes things are not as they appear to be. Like, the House meeting at 1 a.m. in the morning to try to push that big, beautiful bill through. All right, so use your intuition, tap into your psychic ability. That's what we're going to be talking about today, about what happened in the members class when we all did readings on Sunday night. So we're going to talk about that and the cards that we got. I wanted to let you know that I have readings available in June, and you just go to thewayofpositivechange.com and scroll down to book an appointment. It's very user-friendly. I look forward to meeting you and reading for you. Please have a way to record your readings because I'm a big stickler about that. You need to meet on if you want to just meet on your phone for FaceTime, just make sure that you can record it. You have to upload an app so you can record the phone call, okay? So go to your Google Play Store or your Windows app store. Or if we meet on the laptop or tablet, then you can use your phone to do a voice recording. It's really important because your guides are going to show me so much information for the next 12 months, where your challenges are, from May 2025 to May of 2026, where your challenges are and where your blessings are. So you want to be able to remember it and go back, remember what you can, but then have the ability to go back and play it to help refresh your memory and see where the pieces of puzzles fit in. It's very helpful. All right, and don't have a reading with somebody that doesn't let you record their reading. Hey, Square Peg, thank you for being here. We got a wrench in the room. There's Joe Schmo. Okay, so let's talk about members class. We do psychic readings. It's psychic development class. And then we do one Sunday of mini readings as well for anyone that wants a one question mini reading. We were doing talking with our guides and angels this past Sunday, and this is a very uplifting, bright-eyed, beautiful psychic group that is optimistic and loving. But we got almost everybody in class got some messages from our guides and angels about this summer that we had a tough road ahead of ourselves, and we would have to fight for our democracy, because the question was to our guardian angels, to our angels and guides, is the United States going to be okay? Will our democracy stand? Will our freedom and liberties be saved? And it was we got very, very succinct, almost unanimous messages from everyone that we were going to have to really fight, that this was not going to be easy. And there would be hardships. And so I want to take a look at month June, and then July, and then August, and see what's going to happen, because it's indicative of that there's going to be people kicked off Medicaid. I don't know how many. We'll look at that as well. And I forgot my pen. Can you even believe that I did that? Okay. I'm not going to get up. So we'll look at Medicaid. And then I also wanted to let you know that I went back in my video bank on my YouTube channel. And I just want to thank you if you were one of the people that emailed me or texted me that let me know that I had a dream that I saw a picture of the Bidens and heard the word diagnose, and that it was a urinary or bladder or urinary or something to do with the urinary system, and the big winky card came out. But anyway, that was one time. There was another time that we got the same sort of message, but the dreams are always, they're right there. That's how this whole thing with me got started, was interpreting your dreams and having dreams in bits and pieces coming true. Anyway, so I just wanted to say thank you. It was about 6 months ago, and it's called My Dream About the Bidens, I think, in my video bank. Anyway, thank you for emailing me and texting me, and that includes Mystery Achiever. All right, so oh, and then I wanted to let you know one more thing, because my guides impressed upon me to tell you this. We have to utilize our voice, not only in protest, of course, but in a much more mild but hugely helpful manifesting way. I'm having this reoccurring thing go on with people that I'm reading for, that they're not speaking up and telling people what it is that they need, want, desire, or to be, do, or have. And this is problematic because your voice is your largest tool in your toolbox. And if you have one best friend and you go to lunch, let's just say, I use this example. Let's just say I go to lunch with my friends. And I go to a couple lunches, and then I go to my aerobics class, and I go to other things. And so I tell everybody that I see that I have a starfish collection. And the only thing I'm lacking in this starfish collection is this rare red starfish. And if I tell every single person that I know or meet, when they travel, even if they travel abroad, or they sit down and they have their cousin tell them, I've decided to get rid of my seashell collection. And then my friend Mary will say, oh my gosh, well, my friend's looking for a red starfish. Do you have a red starfish? Or when they go to a seaside place, or they're out traveling or vacationing, if they see a red starfish, they're going to send me a picture. They're either going to send me a link on where I can purchase it, or thought of you email with a picture and with a link, or maybe they'll even purchase it for me. But they're not going to know unless you tell them. You tell everyone what it is that you're looking for. If you're looking, don't tell them you're lurking if you're looking for a place to live. Oh my God. Anyway, if you're looking for a specific room to rent, or a house to rent, or a condo or something in a certain place, but the prices are high and you'll take very good care of it. A lot of people know people that have rental places that are looking not for the highest paid renter, but for someone that's going to actually take care of their property and be a long-term rental person and sign for a long-term agreement. So it's very important to tell everyone what it is that you're shooting for, because those friends are going to go see their friends and their cousins, and they're going to tell them what you said, or it'll ring a bell when someone says, I've got a friend looking to rent this place or that. So you get the gist of it. So use your voice to tell people what it is that you're wanting to manifest, what you want to be, do, have, or what you're looking for, or what your goal is, okay? Maybe you want a vacation, but you also could help out somebody's sick cousin or something and deliver groceries to them or whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that on, because a lot of people are having issues with this, and don't feel like they're getting where it is to their goals. And I just want you to use that. Tell everyone. Post it everywhere. Post it on Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, whatever social media you're on. Put it in the marketplace. Put it on bulletin boards at your Unity Church, the bulletin board, wherever you can. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the United States for possible economic hardship. And it could be just as well, that things just don't go our way, where we don't agree with the way things are happening, which is already happening. But it looks like it could get a little bit worse. So let's go ahead and take a look at, is the United States going to have an economic hardship in the month of June of 2025? The month of June 2025, an economic hardship. Thank you for typing the question out, Square Peg. Post it everywhere. Post it on barter sites. Whatever it is that you're looking for, there are resources out there. Post it everywhere. Google, where can I post, that I'm looking for to barter or purchase something or a deal. What is that? Okay. All right, so we're looking pretty good right now. This is a Mother Nature card. And so there could be a little issue with crops. There could be some harsh, so there could be some harsh weather there. This could be the tariffs or rules or restrictions. Could that everything to do with Mother Earth? It could have to do with produce. All right, so a lot of people have saved. This is good. We could be seen as greedy at the core of our being, which I understand. And okay, so, and then it could feel not fair. There could be food that sits and rots, even on ships. I know. I know what you're thinking. I can hear you. This is self-done. We hung our own self up with the way that we chose to go. Some people are just gonna feel like the bully won, and but there are helpers here. Look for the helpers, and we know how to help each other. And a rule that is made maybe can be softened, but we're waiting. And it just, in June, it seems like something just isn't moving forward quickly enough. We're okay here, but we are having a struggle. Got two sevens in a row. There are some things that go on that are very harsh. That could be about immigration policies. It could be about the tariffs and the pain that we inflicted on others. We are going to ask about Japan because Japan is having a very difficult time. And all right, let's see the outcome card, Ace. Okay, so that's my indicator of that. There could be a couple of issues going on over a 6-month period. And just because somebody, hey, Chris, can you hand me a pen? I forgot my pencil. My oldest son is here. He got a house, you guys. He transferred down from Orlando and he got a house. We're excited. Thank you so much. Okay, so somebody wanted to know about Rick Scott. He's being too quiet, but he did speak out about the tariffs. So we'll ask about him. But I call him Skeletor if you're new here. Skeletor Voldemort. So economic issues, we're still hanging in there, but we're waiting for things and we can't get our hands on things. And then it looks like there might be some sort of, this is my 6-month card. So that, I don't like seeing that up there, and I don't like seeing this on its side because it looks like some rules that would normally be in place are removed even. A lack of structure if the emperor is on its side. You know, the emperor puts in the traffic light signals to keep us. So it's very emotional. So there's going to be a lot of emotional issues. So watch out for emotions and hot button topics in June. We're still able to help each other here, but we're waiting. It may take a little time to get some things that could have been caused by the shipping delays. Looks like that's going to catch up for us. And there could be issues with water because I've got Ace of Cups there. But thank goodness this isn't up here. But there are people that are going to have some hardships here that feel like it's not fair, that are going to struggle. They're still okay. But let's see. Now let's look at, and the Seven of Wands is about preparation. It's about food prep. It's about getting your clothes ready and washed for the next week, getting, prepping the food, getting things cut up so that you can put things together very quickly, putting your shoes aside that you're going to wear the next day so you don't go out in the dark and wear mismatched shoes because you were in too big of a hurry and you didn't do your preparation work. Getting up earlier, going to bed earlier. So we need to be on our feet and things in order, our cabinets in order, our pantries in order. I don't like that. Okay. For June. So let's take a look at July. Is it the month of July where the United States will be feeling the pinch of a bit of a hardship? That could be it, Jeffro. That could be it because that would stir emotions, right? And we did have the Queen of Wands there, and she does represent sexuality and expressing sexuality because she's the only queen that has her legs apart in the tarot. She knows how to throw a hoe down. Okay. All right. Strength. We will need strength and patience. So tempers are flaring maybe in the month of July. We need patience. Okay. Now, if the high priestess is on its side, it means that we could have foreseen and maybe done a few more things necessary to make sure that we're all right. So I'm not trying to be filled with hyperbole. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I just want everybody to have some extra food in their pantry. Just get, like when a lot of this tariff stuff happened, I know a lot of people that got, rice and beans that can be used at any time. And if you lose electric, which we are going to have grid problems, we already saw that we were going to have grid problems this summer, that you're able to cook things that you need to cook. Make sure you got a little hibachi. Make sure you got your stuff. This could be caused by a gamble. Don't gamble with your supplies. This is also something we knew that was probably going to happen. Yeah, this is, boy, if you need to go to the doctor, get in there and get it going. Don't put things off. This is the hierarchy doling out things to people. This could be FEMA. Look what just happened in Missouri and Kentucky. In St. Louis. In St. Louis, I was shocked at that tornado went 8 miles. 8 miles. Okay, here is the strife and here's the fighting. And this is where we're going to have to fight, like what our guides and angels told us when we did our members class. So here's the fighting, and people, there's drama. and there's chaos and interruption of plans. That could be with flights as well. There could be another bug around that causes people to not feel so good. I don't think June's a big time for a flu. I don't know what that's about. Okay, we will need to barter. We will need to help each other. That's why we're here. We signed up to be here during this time. I know. Don't email me. We actually signed up to be here at this time. We're going to get through this by helping one another, sharing, loving, commitment, honoring our commitments to others, going above and beyond to help others. And I just want to remind you, like one of our biggest, oh, thank you, me, myself, and I. That's very sweet of you. I just want to remind you that many of the churches, and you do not have to be of their denomination. You do not have to be a church member at all to go to their food pantry. You don't have to be a member. The Presbyterian Church here in Cape Coral is one of the biggest, well, it's the sole supporter of the Cape Caring Center, which sounds like a caring center, but it's with a giant amount of food, and they'll help you with your electric bill and everything there. But that's one of the biggest charities here. So, and a lot of the actual churches, like a Greek Orthodox church, has a big food pantry on the weekends here in Fort Myers. So, you look around if you need, if you need assistance, because it's out there. So don't get confused. Look around. And this isn't. Keep your commitments. This is a challenge to keep your commitments. When you know somebody needs you, you need to go. You need to be there. You need to show up. This is not a time to be an airhead. We keep our commitments. Oh my gosh. Okay. And there's fights. And there's going to be big ass fights. When this comes up, this is barking wolves, tempers flaring, aggression, people not understanding each other and forgetting to be grateful for one another when these wolves, that's a whole nother story. And this is, people, they're all wearing different jersey colors here, and they're fighting. So this is where it really starts to get wonky. So I think June, we start getting our emotions yanked around and we're getting wobbly. And then July is really tough. And there will be fights. So what's on the bottom here? Woof, then we had to cut ourselves free. So we have to stick together, barter with each other, fight for what you need. There will be help. There will be people willing to help you, okay? So you have to look for the helpful people. You have to keep your patience here, but I feel like people are not going to keep their patience. And you get more flies with honey, so try to, if you're fighting, try to figure out a way to be creative. Take a creative approach at how to get something done, not just combative or competitive. Well, you did this. No, you did this. No, you started this. So you took away this. I've got to figure out a creative way. I got to create a way to get out of this situation. That is how you will see clearly, and that is how you can use your intuition and your psychic abilities and patience and perseverance. So you have a wand. Don't use it to hit someone over the head. Use it to create your magic. Creativity, create your way out of the issue. Okay. You may have to get crafty. Sharon Sipes in the house. All right, now let's look at, so that was really wonky. That was the Five of Wands and the Moon. So that's when the fights are really going to happen. Fights, and that could be a war. I think we're headed for a real big problem with Japan. Something's got to Something's got to give there. All right. And they have the largest amount of our treasury bonds. Like, they are invested in our debt. And they're not doing so great economically, and we're slapping them with tariffs. And there's somebody that wants to oust the current ruler, the current prime minister, because he's less Trumpish, and they want him in there. The people want him in there, so there could be a coup. And we're going to read on it. Let's look at August. That's what I'm looking at, Rose Blue. All right, what about August? Will August be a hardship month for the people, the citizens of the United States of America? Will August be a hardship month for the citizens of the United States of America? We're going to need a margarita or something. We're going to need something. We need an umbrella drink. Somebody bring me umbrella drink. Oh, gosh. Okay. Go to November. Oh, I might have to, or 3. Square peg. Okay. All right. Now, if you act the fool, you get the full itinerary. Oh, my gosh. I hope people don't get stranded with travel in July. That has me freaked out now. Right. Okay. People are working in opposition to one another to achieve goals. This is tough. Now, the Page of Pentacles is on its side. That represents our coins, our initiative, the things that we want to create, the seeds that we plant, putting seed money away to do something. All right. Wow, to be, where we were economically in December. My goodness. All right, then we leave all this time of plenty and laughing and joy. All right, okay. So there's something that is starting to move forward, and we have successfully begun to use our intuition and our psychic abilities and the ability to balance and to move forward with willpower and to get things done. Okay? Oh, God in heaven. Same place. There are 78 cards. 78, y'all. It's still sitting there. All right. There's still problems. Okay. All right. But we're trying to get it together. Somebody's trying to make some peace here with the offering cup. Communication isn't good here. It's just the signing of things or getting things accomplished with written things. It's just in it. All right, now we've got a dark-haired female that's good with accounting that comes forward. Does anybody know what sign Susie Wiles is? Chief of Staff? Okay, let's see. All right, now we come out of it. There's victory after adversity. So both of these cards mean victory after adversity. But it looks like we start moving forward and then there's another snafu. Like someone throws pie in our face or something. No, it's a lot worse than that. But okay, so there's another fight and we're waiting. But then we have victory after adversity. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at September, because that's when we, end of August when we start going back to school. End of August is when we're going to start to know the truth about things. That the truths are gonna come out. The people are gonna come out of their snow owl suits, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's go ahead and take what's on the bottom here. Okay, then structure gets reinstated in August, okay, by the end of August. Now, let's just take a look at September. I'm getting chills. Okay, let's take a look at September. Okay. If you're new here, please hit the like button and subscribe. You can be part of our light worker family. If you're just joining us, our members class, we're all psychic here, but in our members class, we ask for guidance from our angels and guides about saving our democracy and if our freedom and liberties would stand in place, if the Constitution would hold. And we got tough, these are all very uplifting, optimistic people in the members class. So for them all to get very difficult answers was astounding. We were all shocked. All right, so September, will the United States have an economic crisis or a hardship time in the month of September, the citizens of the United States, in the month of September in the United States? Because there's probably going to be upheaval with the truth coming out. And that Avril Haines report coming out, that Queen of Pentacles, and another dark-haired female that's just going to, Susie Wiles she's gray, but I wonder if she had dark hair when she was younger, like the real black hair. Does anybody know what sign she is? Probably should have looked down. Okay, it's still there. We're still having fights. Everybody's fighting. Okay. Oh, Taurus. Thank you, JC. Thank you. Taurus. Thank you, Alexandra. Okay. Well, that could definitely be her. Okay. So, September, they're still fighting, and everybody is up in each other's grill and trying to beat them out of something, take something away, put something back. Okay, she had black hair. All right, Bill. So there we go. So she's going to try to save us. She's going to see that maybe she's going to wake up. So this is still going on. Even though we have victory after adversity, we're feeling victorious, but we're still having fights. We're still being challenged. And we'll have come through some loss. And, Trump keeps talking about 2020 and that we rigged the election. Like, why does he keep talking about that? When he's talking about something, it's deflecting, and it's something that he's done. So all right, we have a victory at the end of August, and then September, there's another problem that starts. All right, but we're still hanging in there. Again, we got to create a way out of the chaos. Okay, now we're looking like we can hang on a little bit better. Star card. Okay, people will start feeling a little better about their household. All right, and then reinstate leaders of countries. This is all going to be in question. Who gets to keep the seat? Who loses the seat? Loses, keeps. Government leaders reinstituting the rule of law. This could also be the grifting greed trying to really work hard and making a big problem for everybody. But, all right, let me just look at one more thing for September. Looks like we're feeling better in September. Will the average citizen feel better in the month by the end of the month of September? Six of Swords. I got the Six of Wands. That's the victory card. All right, we're all working together here by the end of September. I'm going to leave it at that. We're working together. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for it. I'm not even Gemini. I changed my mind 3 times in 1 minute. Okay. How will the average citizen of the United States be feeling by the end of September of 2025? Susie Wiles was actually the head of DeSantis' campaign, and was raising him all the way up to the top. And then Princess Casey didn't like him, so Princess Casey didn't like her, so she got fired, and Trump took her immediately. She's been big in politics, got a big history. Okay, so we're starting to feel better. We surrendered some things, we sacrificed some things. Here's this. Okay, yep, it's going to be like the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, and it's a culmination and a party. So a party by September 30th. Look for the party, September 30th. Mark it on your calendar. Okay. It's not that far off. Okay. It was only 6 months ago when I had that dream about the Bidens, and when I saw the picture of both of them, heard the word diagnosis and urinary. It's in my video bank. It was 6 months ago. Thanks again for emailing me. All right. What is Rick Scott up to? Why is he quiet? Well, Voldemort, Skeletor, whatever you want to call him, he wants John Thune's job. So he's got to be thinking up a grift somewhere, because that's all he knows how to do. And he is Florida senator. Oh, I wanted to ask about the mayor of Doral, Florida. All right. Oh, he's keeping quiet. He didn't get what he wanted. He's thinking about leaving to head up another company. He knows he's going to have victory in whatever he does. But he isn't going, I don't think he is going to keep his Senate seat. I don't know when he's up. Oh, no. Big changes for Rick. Holy moly. Ethics. He goes down in an ethics, fire of ethics charges. He is going to explode. So Voldemort gets pottered somehow. So look for that. Wow, that could happen. That's going to happen soon. And he's going to have big ethics issues. Big, giant. Wow. I wonder if he's even, wow. Okay, this is just, Rick Scott is just not going to happen. That isn't going to be good. All right, so what does Andre say? Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I haven't watched Andre for a while. I need to look. All right, now, will Japan... Okay, before I get into Japan, Linda Bruce asked, will AOC be arrested? Are they going to come after AOC? Are they going to arrest AOC? What is that guy's name? Head of Holmes or Hoder or something? Homer? He wants to arrest her. Will AOC get arrested this year? Ooh, boy. There is not a commitment to this, but they're going to try to get her on something she said by helping people, said things that are said that seem snarky, that are helping people. She is allowing people, or she's giving, she's helping, advising, assisting people that don't know what to do or where to go. They'll give her an ultimatum. Oh boy, there's something developing very quickly with her. She's going to be at another rally very quick. I don't know what day this is, but it's right around the corner. And she remains free. So even if she gets into a squabble, she will be free because this is get out of jail free card. So don't worry about AOC. Even if there's a little trouble here, she gets out free. Okay. She's all good. All right. So Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba is saying that the economy there is tough. They're already stressed. I saw this on Midas Touch. He compared Japan's economy to what could happen with what happened to Greece, which was tragic. It was bad. It was really bad. And then, but they hold a lot of our debt. So will they cash in their United States Treasury bonds? Because that would throw our market into the Five of Wands. So will Shigeru Ishiba decide that Japan will cash in some of the United States Treasury bonds? Will he cash them in? They are talking about it. They're saying, how can we fix this? Well, of course, if they cash in the bonds, they get money, right? All right, but they don't want to come across as a bully, but they don't want to be bullied either. And that is why they're having cabinet meetings over there. They were not always this way. They had good income. They had harvest, but they've had change. But they want to be okay. Japan and South Korea and China all had talks, pretty much saying, you know what, to the United States, because Biden had talks with Japan and South Korea, and we made an agreement, and now that's all gone to hell in a handbasket. Okay, there's going to be talks, there's going to be a visit. So either Ishiba comes here. I doubt very much that Trump would go there. They don't have dancing horses there. They don't have dancing Arabian horses. Okay. This is where some of this, it's very important to notice when you're doing tarot where certain cards resurface. And there are 78 cards. So Japan and what tariffs or what Trump does to them, he thinks they're a little country. He doesn't understand the economic fallout if they start cashing in the treasury bonds. And this is going to make for a big problem. We're in a fight with them and loss. And they will cash some in, and that's going to throw the market into into chaos. So this is enrichment. I'm pretty satisfied with what I have, what I want. It's my wish. I want to have fulfillment, and I will do it. So okay, well, that's pretty self-explanatory, and that's part of the fight. All right, so now we have these cards that are all resurfacing. So watch what happens with Japan. Put a pin in that. Put it on your calendar. By the end of July, is Japan a big issue for us? Okay. So, and then I want to see, because there's a non-Trump person that wants to destabilize Ishiba's role as prime minister. So and Ishiba is, he's afeared of having a coup. So he wants to try to save the economy. So he's going to cash in some of those bonds. So let's see, will someone topple Ishiba? Will Ishiba stay in power? Will Japan's prime minister stay in power throughout all of 2025? Prime Minister Ishiba, Ishiba. Will he stay in power as prime minister throughout all of 2025? Yes, our Moody's credit rating got downgraded, but it'll probably get downgraded again if this budget thing goes through. I just don't see. We have to ask about Medicaid. All right. There's another man that wants to fight him for this position. And he knows it. He's well aware of it, that this guy's coming up behind him. You know, this is like, okay, so that's why he's going to try to do this. Boy, this is an approaching opportunity and the people want. Okay, so I feel like this other gentleman is going to give him a run for his money. And it could be all focused on the economy of Japan and what happens. And there will be an announcement. So Ishiba stays in. But the other guy's coming up quick. And he could have a real problem here if he doesn't work on the economy. He could have a real big problem. There could be an announcement that they're going to have another vote, or that people will make a problem. All right, now I wanted to ask a couple more questions from the community page, which is now called Posts. Thank you so much for everyone that posted questions. All right. Oh, and I did make the announcement that I'll be doing my live shows on Tuesdays at 3:30 now instead of 12 noon, so that I can go do my water aerobics. Okay, so thank you for the adjustment just for summer. All right, so at Good Karma asks, will potential Medicaid cuts be the straw that breaks the camel's back for MAGA? Will that cause many to turn against him? Will the Medicaid cuts be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Will MAGA start to turn against Trump? They could change the word, bill. I don't know how else. That bill can't go through. This is going to be a big disaster one way or the other. The bill how will they be able to put tax cuts through if they don't cut Medicaid? It makes no sense. So they're going to have to. Why else are they meeting at 1 a.m. in the morning? And then Trump says, don't do it. Well, how are they going to get it passed? Okay, the rise up. Here's the bullying and the feeling of defeat. I'm waiting to see if something will change. Victory after adversity. There's not ready. It's not enough yet. It's almost there on a scale from 0 to 10. We're at 7. Then they start to get afeared, and then there's the awakenment. So there it is. There's your answer. And the fool's castle falls down, and the lightning bolt creates the enlightenment, and some things that people thought were true proved to be false, and it changes the opinion of the people. So very good question at Good Karma, and that will cause their inner Judge Judy come to surface and say, I didn't realize that this was going to cause such great havoc, and they're afeared. So the answer is yes. Okay. I don't know how that's going to happen. Okay. All right. 4 Paws acupuncture. She's really great with pets, and she's very intuitive to help heal your pets. 4 Paws acupuncture. Are the Newark airport outages drama, the mayor, being arrested, and the drones who were very heavily occupied over New Jersey related? The drones and the airport issues, are those all related? All related. I did get that there. Man, I definitely got that the Denver problem was man related. Remember, we're going to have internet issues. Okay. So what in the cornbread hell? Someone's trying to call me when I'm trying to see my post. Okay. 4Paws acupuncture wants to know if the drones and the airport stuff, is that all related? The arresting of the mayor, is it all related? And where are those drones? I need to do one whole show on that. Maybe we'll look at that on Friday. Come back on Friday and we'll look at the drones. It's like, okay, so there's a lot of suspicion, a lot of talk. The drones were surveilling something. So was that surveilling the airport? It's a place, it's a well-storied money place. It's a well-known place. It's a place where people of wealth are or get together. I'm going to say that somebody that has wealth orchestrated this. There's the flight patterns, the money involved, the information that was gathered. People working together to achieve this plan, more people working together. Somebody got money, somebody got paid for the information that they gathered with the drones. Someone wanted us not, we're seen as always have been safe, but then now we're afraid. But I don't get that it's malefic. I don't know how that could be. At least the drone part, I don't think the drone part was actually all malefic. But there were a lot of younger people on that one terrible tragedy. But I'm still not getting the 5 of Swords. So there's more to this story. Let's investigate this. There are definitely people working together to disrupt the energy in that area. It could even be a DOGE thing, because that could be these younger people that are getting paid a lot of money to upset places that were secure. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with DOGE. Okay, but then we'll look into it more. That was a very good question. 4Paws acupuncture. We'll look into that more on Friday. I asked the AOC one. Okay, square peg. Will the shock and awe of the revelation of aliens to the masses in this world be the thing that finally pulls us all together, something much greater than humans that force us to work as a conscious world citizen to take care of our Earth? I think it's going to be Earth changes and calamities, weather, because I got the Empress, but let's see if it's going to be otherworldly beings, forces. Like Lemurians. I'm not sure. What is it? What planet system is mentioned in the Bible? The Pleiades, the sister Pleiades, right? That's mentioned in the Bible. All right. Movement, offers. There will be more crafts seen that could cause some of the chaos as well. There could be some literal pop-ins with this magician. And I feel like there may be a show or a recognition or something that's seen or spotted in and around the time when all of this chaos is going on. So that's a good question, because the magician means something that actually pops up, something that's created, something that is seen, is shown, that creates an issue. So let's say yes. Let's say that that's going to be helpful. All right. Now let's just take a look at, will Medicaid stand the way it is? Trump said, don't touch Medicaid, but he knows it's in the bill. He knows it's in there. And that's why the Republican House has been meeting at midnight, last night, 1 o'clock, tonight. Okay. Why wouldn't you just meet in the daytime? If you don't have anything to hide, why wouldn't you just meet in the daytime to have your meetings? So what is going on with Medicaid? Will it stand the way it is, or does it get cut? Does it cut way back? I heard an announcement that even though they cut the funding, Trump cut the funding for public broadcasting, that Sesame Street will be able to be seen on Netflix and still on PBS. And but I'm not sure that PBS will be seen everywhere. So, but you can find Sesame Street on Netflix if you want. We need Sesame Street. Elmo gets a new home on Netflix. All right. The hope for the future is on its side. There's arguments. There's ethics involved here. Patience and persistence. There are going to be some senators like Republican Josh Hawley that just says it's going to hurt Missouri. Listen, his state is hurting already with all of the tornadoes that just ripped through there. It does go through a change. Someone is trying to cut it, someone's trying to defend it, and it gets cut. So there are going to be people taken off of Medicaid. Now, I don't know how many. All of the other cards around it are good. So hopefully it's not that many, but even one is too many. And they may have to prove that they're working, or why they can't work, but it will take a lot of trials to get through this. But this is getting stabbed in the back. So there are people that are going to lose Medicaid. Let's see if it's going to be a lot of people. I know the bill says that Medicaid cuts won't go into effect in 2029, but I'll ask about this year. Will people get cut off of Medicaid this year? I mean, they're cutting all of the services, so it may not even be in that huge bill. They may just. Okay. They'll probably change it. Someone's getting kicked off. Will people get kicked off of? Will people, United States citizens, lose their Medicaid in the year 2025? Ethics. That's something, that looked like the card that was going to bring Rick Scott down. There's a vote or a challenge. There's people of fear. There's change. Okay, so it's not so much in I do feel like there are some that will lose in 2025, but it looks like they're really working on it. And so maybe it's. I feel like they make people worry and fear and cut some, but then there's some, maybe that's why we got the strength card, so that there's people that are working on it to reinstitute it. So hopefully it'll be something that happens, because all of those other cards around that one bad card up at the top signify that it could be short-lived. Okay, so that's good. All right, you guys, we got to all the questions. Well, we got to most of the questions. I'll ask the rest of the questions on Friday. I'm sure there'll be 500 other things that we need to talk about. What do we need to know? The defender will be out to defend. So let's ask about what our guides and angels want us to know most. A reading for you and I for these next few days. The astrology is a little wonky, so don't panic. Stand strong. Got to create. Got to be the magician, not the Five of Wands. You can't be competitive and create at the same time. So remove your wand and figure out how to, instead of being combative and competitive, how to create your way into a different kind of conversation or to interact in a relationship differently, so that you don't go into that drama, or to create our way out of an issue. And it's important to watch the beginning of this video to see about the predictions that happened in the members class, and then what the message was about the red starfish, so that you're using your voice. So if you're just joining us, please go back and watch the first part of this video. And we'll be here Tuesdays at 3:30 for the rest of the summer. Thank you very much for understanding. Guides and angels, what is it that you want everybody, all of our light worker family, to know? Okay. Stand up for what you believe in. Reboot your relationship with spirit. Tune in. Spirituality and angels and balance make our world a beautiful place to be. Okay, give yourself a big pat on the back. You've come a long way, baby. You're doing a great job. The angels are saying a great job. We have to integrate things, though. So try. You may have to meet someone halfway, even though you might not agree on some. You might not share the same belief systems or the same beliefs as someone else. So you may have to meet someone halfway in the next couple of days. Okay, don't create a problem. All right. Celebrate the day. Stay in the day that you're in. Celebrate your birthday every day. Don't overthink. Don't overanalyze. Don't let the fear, listen, we got a lot of really great suggestions. Remember to use your voice, but don't let these forecasts make you overanalyze or feel like you're stuck. You're not stuck. Your feet are not tied here. So just stay in the day that you're in. Think about when you get up in the morning or before you go to sleep, think of the top 2 or 3 things you want to achieve that day, the next day. So in the morning, just say, my top 2 or 3 things to achieve this day are, and then repeat it the next day. And let's take baby steps. Don't overthink, because then you'll go squirrel. Okay, create, create, create. Don't make more work for yourself than what needs to be. Don't take on a bunch of new things. Finish the work that you already started, all right? So it's not time to take on new projects. Finish the things that you already started working on. Make magic with them. Mark a few things off your list, okay? So don't overthink. We got both of the blindfolds here. Don't overthink it. Stock your pantry, get the things that you need, but don't overthink. We're going to be fine, but people are going to fight. Okay? So, but that's in the summer, and those cards didn't even come up until, basically July and August. So we're good. We're good here. So don't take on new work. Finish up what you've already started, okay? And then cut yourself some slack. All right? Baby steps. Baby steps. Stay in the day that you're in. All right. Much love to you. Take care, and I'll see you on Friday. We've got this. We've got this, you guys.